Hello YouTube, this is Darkon633 and today I'm bringing you up the Transformers Combiner Wars Legends Class Powerglide. Now Powerglide, we did get a figure just like we did with Silverbolt in the Universe line, which was a larger like figure, which obviously is not one of the mini bots like this one. This one's more in his old G1 style where he was a smaller vehicle and so on. But overall, I really like this design of Powerglide. I do like the Universe design, and unfortunately I got the version which was just the gray version, and it is a bit of annoying that they released the red version later on, but oh well. The only accessory he comes with is just like with Bombshell, his trading card, which is a bit of a bummer that he didn't come with a handle weapon. Now, it's understandable since he actually turns into a weapon just like Bombshell, but I kind of see this one a little more than the Bombshell, but at the same time, it's not really all that impressive either. Before we go on to the figure, we'll look at the box. It has a nice design of Powerglide up here, and it says that it says combined to form, and then so on. He just becomes the gun for Superior, and supposedly in the comics he actually becomes one of the Aerobots in terms of turns into weapon and all that. He turns into his little plane mode, the gun mode, which will show in the transformation, and the robot, and it transfers in 10 steps. So I could. Now in terms of Powerglide, I definitely see more Powerglide in this personally than the Universe one, but each of them's got their own cool design. His articulation, his head is on a it's not a ball joint, but it just swivels, and it's kind of hard and tight, but I mean the transformation. His arms are on ball joints, so full movement in and out. Bend at the elbows, pretty far due to transformation. No swivels, unfortunately, but he doesn't have waist articulation, which is another bummer. But he has a single knee joint, and his legs are on ball joints, and his feet can pivot, so articulation-wise, you're not going to get a whole lot, but it's good enough for what he is. His transformation is also quite simple. What you're going to do is turn the wing components like this. Going to open up this component and pull it up. Make sure that you turn the head so that it's not hidden. And you're going to slide these little pieces into pegs that are on the side there. So it looks like that. Then you're going to close up the legs, which can be kind of finicky at times since it doesn't like to stay in very well. It stays well enough. I heard some people can't stay in well enough at all, but it stays pretty well there. So then you pull up the fins, and then to finish off the transformation, what you're going to do is turn the arms like this, and then you're going to peg them into the holes in the wings on both sides. So it looks like that. And there you have Powerglide. Oops, I forgot. They also need to collapse the feet. And there you have Powerglide in his vehicle mode. Now, I got to admit, his vehicle mode looks really nice. It definitely has the Powerglide kind of style, and he looks very close to his G1 counterpart slash the IDW counterpart. And I really enjoy what Hasbro and Takara has done to design this new version of the Minibot. And Powerglide is actually one of my favorite Minibots in the show, and I'm really glad that they made a new representation. There was one during Dark of the Moon, but personally, I just didn't feel really all that. I think this one does a lot better to capture the character. He does have a landing gear here, so that's good that he does have landing gear, but you kind of need to open this up in order to get into it before you plug it back down. So then you have the landing gear out, and he doesn't have any landing gear in the back, so that's pretty much all you're going to get for landing gear. So see, it doesn't roll or anything since none of them have real wheels. And that's pretty much it for the vehicle mode. Now the other mode is not all that impressive, but just to show off, you're going to close these pieces there. Open up this scope piece like this. Peg these around. And then you're going to open this up, and the landing gear piece is actually going to turn into the handle. And there you have what's supposedly Powerglide's weapon mode. So they kind of became pseudo target masters, as you can see. It's not all that great, and just to show it in a figure's hands, I'll be back to show a clear look at how it looks like together. And since I actually don't have the Aerobots with me at this moment, I just decided to bring up Dragster for a second, just to all they're pretty much doing is just showing off the weapon mode. You're just gonna plug it on, and then there you have him armed up, I guess, in his blaster mode. Now, this isn't the best kind of mode overall. I think it looks kind of goofy, but I guess I give them Hasbro Takara props that they decided to engineer and give it a little bit more play value than just being standalone Legend figure, and being part of the Combiner Wars line, it kind of does still go on with the motif. Now, while Powerglide might not make the best design overall in terms of his weapon mode, but in the other two modes, I think that's where his strong parts are. I definitely think his pro mode looks really nice, and it looks pretty Powerglide to me. And I also like his vehicle mode, and I really enjoy Powerglide's design overall. I still think he's definitely worthwhile, even if you're not getting him in terms of just because he is on the smaller side since he is a Legends class figure, but well, his gun mode, as mentioned, not the best thing in the world. I still think he works pretty well to give more playback for Superion, and it's just a nice way to give more arm power to Superion overall, and I think he's still worthwhile. I got this along with Bombshell and Amazon, and yeah, it's pretty nice overall, and I really enjoy it. Anyways, please comment and subscribe, check out Hirotaku and the associated podcasts on Rajio such as WW, Hirotaku Hero News, and I say to YouTube, bye.